Good afternoon, folks. My name is Hitzemannn, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. Purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if there's probable cause for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person that committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me today, I presume that you're innocent to these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings unless and until the state attorney's office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release today, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've got a bond set already. Pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit of the warrant which led to your arrest, I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. And if you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this afternoon. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you have not had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. You'll solemnly swear or affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Outstanding. When I call your name, please step forward to the podium. Luis Santiago. Good afternoon, sir. What is your date of birth?
Buenas tardes, señor. ¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
7/19/73.
This is the interpreter speaking, Your Honor. There's a lot of interference.
At the jail, we're getting a lot of static across the microphone. I don't know if somebody's shuffling papers or... There we go. Look back.
Probably one of the other mics.
That did it. Did you shoot it?
Tased it.
Okay. What's your date of birth, sir?
¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento, señor?
7/19/63.
7/19/63.
You have a warrant served from the state of Illinois.
Usted tiene una orden de detención servido del estado de Illinois.
You have two options today.
Tiene dos opciones el día de hoy.
The first option is that you may have an extradition hearing if you wish.
La primera opción es que si usted puede tener una audiencia de extradición si usted lo quiere.
The purpose of an extradition hearing would be to determine if you're the right Luis Santiago.
El propósito de una audiencia de extradición sería determinar si usted es el Luis Santiago correcto.
And if the state of Illinois has a valid warrant for your arrest.
Y determinar también si el estado de Illinois tiene una orden de detención válida por su detención.
That process can take up to 60 days.
Ese proceso se podría tardar hasta 60 días.
And while you're waiting for that hearing, you would stay in the jail here in Hernando County without bond.
Y mientras que usted esté esperando por esa audiencia, usted se quedaría en la cárcel aquí en el condado de Hernando sin fianza.
Following that hearing, if we determine that you're the right person and there is a valid warrant,
después de esa audiencia, si determinamos que usted es la persona correcta y que hay una orden de detención válida o vigente,
the state of Illinois would have 15 days to come and get you.
El estado de Illinois tendría 15 días para venir a buscarlo.
Your second option,
su segunda opción,
is that you may waive your right to that hearing.
Es que usted puede renunciar el derecho que tiene a esa audiencia.
If you waive the right to that hearing, the state of Illinois will be notified immediately that you're ready to be picked up.
Si usted renuncia al derecho a tener esa audiencia, el estado de Illinois sería notificado inmediatamente que usted está listo para que lo vengan a recoger.
And And they'd have 15 days from today to pick you up.
Y tendrían 15 días desde el día de hoy para venir a buscarlo.
If they hadn't picked you up in 15 days, they'd bring you back to see me, and I would find out what is the reason for the delay.
Si no vendrían a buscarlo dentro de 15 días, lo traerían de nuevo a verse conmigo y yo voy a averiguar qué es lo que está pasando.
So the only question I need you to answer this afternoon
Así que la única pregunta que necesito que usted me conteste esta tarde
would be, do you want us to arrange an extradition hearing for you?
sería que usted quiere que arreglemos una audiencia de extradición para usted.
Or would you like us to notify the state of Illinois to come get you and put them on the clock right now?
¿O prefiere usted que notifiquemos al estado de Illinois que vengan a buscarlo y empezar el reloj desde este momento?
Arreglarlo.
Fix it. The interpreter verify. Señor, repite.
Perdón, para la tradición.
The interpreter verify. Que usted sí quiere la audiencia de extradición.
Sí, okay.
I would like the extradition hearing.
Okay. So we will, I'll set it for a status in 2 weeks. We'll ask the state attorney's office to make arrangements to have an extradition hearing. And we will notify you when there's a hearing, sir.
Muy bien, lo voy a fijar para una conferencia una conferencia de estatus en 2 semanas. Le voy a pedir a la fiscalía que busquen o que arreglen una audiencia de extradición y lo vamos a notificar cuando haya la audiencia.
Okay, y si no me vienen a buscar, ¿qué pasaría?
Okay, and if they were not to come pick me up, what would happen?
Well, they're not going to come pick you up because you asked for an extradition hearing.
Bueno, no van a venir a buscarlo porque usted pidió la audiencia de extradición.
Dile que me perdone.
I'm sorry.
Do you want me to order Illinois to come and get you right away?
¿Usted quiere entonces que le diga a Illinois que vengan a buscarlo inmediatamente?
Y si yo digo si no vienen a recogerme, ¿qué pasaría?
And if I don't say that they would come to pick me up, what would happen then?
Then you'd have to wait in jail while we arranged an extradition hearing for you.
Entonces usted tendría que esperar en la cárcel mientras arreglamos una audiencia de extradición para usted.
And that can take up to 60 days.
Y eso se podría tardar hasta 60 días.
Okay, está bien.
Okay, that's fine.
So do you want me to notify Illinois to come get you right away?
Entonces, ¿quiere usted que yo notifique a Illinois que vengan a buscarlo inmediatamente?
Pero tengo que esperar 60 días, ¿verdad?
But I have to wait 60 days, right?
No, if you tell me to notify them right away, only 15.
No, señor, si usted me dice que los notifique inmediatamente, sería solamente 15 días.
Tengo que esperar 15 días, lo que ellos contestan.
I have to wait 15 days for them to respond?
No, they have 15 days to come and get you.
No, señor, tienen 15 días para venir a buscarlo a usted.
If they haven't picked you up in 15 days,
Si no lo han buscado en 15 días,
they will bring you back to see me,
van a traerlo de nuevo a que se vea conmigo,
and I'll either find out why there's a delay,
y yo voy a averiguar por el porqué del atraso, por qué hay el atraso.
or if we have not heard from Illinois at that point, I would release you.
O si no hemos escuchado nada de Illinois en ese momento, yo lo liberaría, lo voy a liberar.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like me to notify the state of Illinois to come get you right away?
¿Quiere usted entonces que notifique al estado de Illinois que venga a buscarlo inmediatamente?
Sí.
Yes.
Awesome. Sign the form.
Perfecto. Firma el formulario.
Thank you.
Gracias. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Need the interpreter sound? Oh, actually, I already did.
Is that you're good? Okay. Okay. Christina Noel.
That was easy.
Afternoon, Christina. What's your date of birth?
7/20/85.
All right, Christina, I have 2 warrants today. They were both signed by Judge Heinemann. In one case, he found probable cause for trafficking in oxymorphone. possession of oxymorphone with intent, possession of or unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and possession of drug paraphernalia. In the second case, sale of dilaudid, possession of dilaudid with intent, unlawful use of two-way, and possession of drug paraphernalia. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself, you're going to hire private counsel, which is like the public defender.
Public defender.
All right, I'm going to appoint the PD. Ms. Underwood, she's got pretrial on other felony cases, but not till the end of January.
Yes.
So I'm going to leave these on that December 30 date so that she gets arraigned. Otherwise, you're going to be out past 50 days before arraignment. So Christina, these I'm going to leave the bonds per the warrant, which is $33,000 on the one and $13,000 on the other. They're going to come back on December 30th for arraignment, and I'm sure that after that they'll get them synced up with your other cases, so all of your cases are together, and you'll have the same public defender that way, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Ileana Santos. Santos, what's your date of birth?
4/1989.
Have 4 warrants here. They all signed by Judge Toner, all for failing to appear in his court on a number of charges. Ms. Santos, did you have the public defender on your charges?
Yes, sir.
Did you want to stay with the public defender?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Bridget, what's the fastest date I can get her back in front of Judge Toner?
Santos.
Yeah.
She already has cases set on 12/8.
Oh, okay. All right. So, young lady, Judge Toner set your bond on all 7 of these counts at no bond. I'm not going to change that. I will move your date. Oh, they did set it at the 18th. You'll be back on the 18th of December for these, and the public defender will come to jail and see you before then, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I didn't even notice that. Aaron Connor. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
It's 12/4/92.
Very good. I've 4 charges today, 2 counts burglary of a conveyance, 1 count possession of methamphetamine, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those charges, sir. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Well, I think I already had a public defender. I just never set up I never had an appointment with him for something I already got arrested for like a month ago, and this is just
Okay, hang on. I'll just appoint. I'll go ahead and appoint the PD. We'll settle that hash. State any history?
2017, a criminal mischief. And that's all I'm showing.
Okay. And Aaron, I have an address for you on Old Mill Lane in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes. Well, I was between. Yeah, that's my mailing address.
Okay. And do you have a job these days?
Well, on the table is gonna be like lawn work or something like that. I was just released that same day, and like within 45 minutes somehow I was just like
that's enough.
those charges.
Okay. So on the 3 felony charges, I'll set your bond at $2,000 on each count, $500 on the 1 misdemeanor. That's a total of $6,500. I'm going to have you back in court on the 30th of December. If you can get out, Aaron, you should contact the public defender's office right away. If you can't get out, they'll come to the jail and see you before you go to court, okay?
12:30, excuse me.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Is that Connor?
No. Glendon Hancock?
12:30, and then you do the bonds.
6500.
Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
9/16/85.
Glendon, I have 2 charges today, resisting without violence and uttering a forged bill. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
Appoint the PD, state.
Your Honor, there's a 2017 battery with no disposition listed. In 2009, there was a violation of probation on a driving on a suspended license. And then I show an out-of-state from Mississippi from 2015, a commercial burglary that also does not have a disposition on it.
All right. Sir, I have an address for you on Old Ayers Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
For about a year and a half.
Are you working? Well, you were working. Okay. I'm going to set the bond at $500 on each count, Mr. Hancock. That's a total of $1,000. I'll have you back in court on December 30th. When you get out, make sure you contact the PD's office right away, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Azaria Hilton. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
3/24/83.
You're here on a warrant that was signed by Judge Toner. He found probable cause for a count of violation of domestic violence injunction. As to that charge, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
I'm going to represent myself.
Okay. I'm going to get to you. All right. And just so you guys know, I'm aware that the injunction's been dismissed, okay?
Thank you.
That's not the end of the story,
I understand.
okay? But I am aware. And then state any other history?
Yes, Judge. 2014, there was a failure to appear. And in 2011, there was driving on a suspended license. 2010, another driving on a suspended license. 2009, DUI, refusal to submit to testing, failure to accept traffic citation. 2007, no valid driver's license. 2005, a violation of probation. 2003, a fray, obstruction. In 2002, there was an aggravated fleeing to elude, obstruction, grand theft of a motor vehicle, burglary of a conveyance, and then that's all I show.
Okay. And you're Miss McGrath, right?
Yes, I'm.
Come on. Come on. And sir, you live on Graywood Avenue in Spring Hill, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hilton, you live on Graywood?
Yes, sir.
Are you working these days?
Yes, I am.
What do you do?
I'm a painter.
Okay. Raise your hand for me. Solemnly swear firm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
State your name.
Jacqueline McGrath.
Okay. So I see you got the injunction dismissed, and it looks like you were here to get that done, and they had this warrant from last month, and that's when he got arrested, right?
Yeah, I only found out the day before yesterday that
Okay.
it was actually active.
Okay, but you'd like to continue to have contact with him, obviously?
Yes, we have a whole plan in place with the kid. We have 3 children together. We have counseling set up weekly. We have the YMCA membership set up. Excuse me.
That's okay.
The
I've done worse
YMCA
in here.
membership set up for 3 times a week. He has guitar lessons set up with our oldest daughter. We have all positive things going forward through here. I just wanted to say something on all of those charges that were brought up over 10 years ago.
Don't worry, I get it.
I mean, he's been working for many, many years, and he hasn't been in trouble besides this.
His record sounds like somebody who turned a corner somewhere.
Right, you know.
Yep. I'm with you.
So,
I've been doing this a long time.
right.
But sometimes, like when you're here, I have to get you here, get you on the record, and just cover my backside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm going to do. Now you guys both understand it doesn't mean that charge from November goes away.
Correct.
What the state has to prove is that there was an injunction, he knew about it. I'm not saying they'll go forward, but I'm just
Right.
saying that the fact that it's gone now doesn't mean he can't be charged with that. And I think you guys are both aware of that, and you'll have to deal with it. So
Right.
that's fine. But for going forward, so Mr. Hilton, I'm going to set your bond at $50. Condition of the bond is that you may have peaceful contact with Ms. McGrath. So you guys can keep having contact since you came here yesterday to get the injunction removed. You can go bond him
Yes,
out
sir.
if you want. Okay, but you still need to be back in court on January 3rd, all right, sir?
All right, sir.
All right, and if you bond him out, it'll be your responsibility to get him there.
And what does peaceful contact mean?
Peaceful means peaceful. Any contact that is on.
We're allowed to be around each other?
Absolutely. You can't. He can't yell at you. Obviously, he can't touch you any way you don't want to be touched. That's always a crime. No matter how severe it is.
No yelling at me, honey.
No
I'm
yelling.
sorry.
Yeah,
Just
honey,
kidding.
no yelling at her.
Love you. I'm joking. I'm the yeller.
Yeah. She can drop a dime on you. You'll be back in jail.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
No, that's not going to happen.
All right. So, like I said, he'll be back in court on the 3rd of January. We'll see where the state's going then, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Joe Jean. Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
1/31/1990.
Charge is loitering. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD of the state.
Yes, Judge, in, the date, July of this year, there was a petty theft, carrying concealed weapon. Those were out of Tampa. And then that appears to be the only history we have.
Okay. And sir, I have an address for you on Nutcracker Circle in Land O'Lakes. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
All right. You have a job these days?
Yes, I do landscaping.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $50 as well. I'm going to have you back in court on the 3rd of January. Make sure that you contact the public defender's office when you get out, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
John Lewandowski. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
2965.
All right, John, I got 2 warrants for you. They were both signed by Judge Heinemann. On the first one, he found probable cause for 4 counts: principal to trafficking an oxymorphone, principal to trafficking or possession of oxymorphone with intent, possession of a conveyance for sale of oxymorphone, and principal to possession of drug paraphernalia. In the second warrant, it is 4 counts again: principal to the sale of Dilaudid, principal to possession of Dilaudid with intent, possession of a conveyance for the sale of Dilaudid, and principal to possession of drug paraphernalia. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll point the PD. State what you got.
2013, he had a DUI. In 2012, he had a sale of cocaine. And in 2007, he had a worthless check. 1992, domestic battery.
And John, I've got an address for you on Eastern Circle Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir. 30 years.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
I have a little lawn business that I do a few, but I'm mainly disabled.
Okay.
I would ask that you take leniency on me. I have some health issues that I need to see my doctor with.
Okay.
And I also have a minimal record.
Right. I'm with you. So what I'm going to do on
I'm asking for a bond bridge.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
As to the principal to trafficking, I'm going to set the bound at 10,000. As to the 2 other felonies, which are the controlled substance and the possession of a place or conveyance, those are at 2,000, and the paraphernalia at 1,000. That's a total of 15,000 on that one. And then on the other one, I'll set the first 3 charges related to the Dilaudid at 2,000 and the paraphernalia at 1,000. So that's 7,000 on that. That's a total of 22,000 all the way around. And all of those charges are coming back December 30th. Very important that if you get out, you go see the public defender right away, okay?
Yeah, what did you say it was down to?
22.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Nathan McKee. Afternoon, Nathan. What's your date of birth?
3/24/84.
Nathan, I got 2 charges today: possession of firearm by convicted felon in possession of firearm with an alter to remove serial number. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'm going to appoint the public defenders on these. Same thing with these. I'm going to leave these on that 12/30 date so you can get arraigned. So Nathan, we'll get you arraigned at the end of this month, and then I'm sure they'll sync these cases up with your other cases. So you'll be in the same docket, the same PD. We're going to leave the bonds on these per the schedule, which is $10,000 and $1,000 respectively. So these will be back on December 30th, and then after that, I'm sure they'll be synced up with your other cases. All right?
All right,
Thank you.
What was the bond in this, Judge?
It's $10,000 and $1,000.
Okay, lots of them.
Aaron Sanders. Afternoon again, Aaron. Date of birth.
4/30/84.
All right, we got another warrant signed by Judge Toner for a VOP. I think we appointed the PD last time, right?
I got private counsel.
Oh, you do? Okay, sorry.
Yep.
All right, so stay with private counsel. We'll set this one to the 30th of December with the other cases. The bond, of course, is still no bond. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Devon Seymour. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
9/27/95.
All right, Siobhan, I got two warrants for you. They were both signed by Judge Toner. In each case, he thinks that you failed to appear in court on one charge. It's an aggravated battery on a pregnant person. The second one is a grand theft. As to those charges, did you have the public defender?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll continue with the appointment of the public defender. The bonds on those are $4,000 and $1,000 respectively. I can't change those, so the total is $5,000. You'll be back in front of Judge Toner on the 30th of December. If you get out, it's very important that you contact the public defender right away. If you can't get out, they'll come to the jail and see you before court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Dale.
Everybody else?